Kenny, right here. Go, it's perfect, it's fantastic. What you're doing. Right there, yeah, that's a shadow of the lady. Yeah, there's the shadow. You're doing it all by yourself. Yeah. It's okay, honey.
Hello, my name is Linda Bounds. I'm an artist and educator, and for the past 15 years, I've devoted my life to creating a very unique art program for seniors, disabled adults, and individuals facing a multitude of physical, emotional, and mental challenges. It is a program that combines fine art and positive thought and engages everyone, even the most ardent non-believer. But this program did not come without its challenges. I had a tremendous difficulty in getting people to participate, to believe that they could participate in art, or that they could even just have a conversation with me. Earlier, you met Kenny. He was a guy that pretty much upset everyone and everything around him. His peers didn't want to have anything to do with him. He was obstinate with the staff. He participated in nothing. We started building a relationship, Kenny and myself. And I invited him, every time he walked through, I invited him to join the class. Before class, if I saw him, I said hello. After class, I spoke to him. I remembered his name. And I was always extremely loving and grateful to see him. One day, Kenny decided on the commercial break that he might like to paint. What Kenny didn't know is that I had already discussed with the class that if ever Kenny chose to come down and participate, would they give up their turn for a second and let him paint? And they did. Everyone held up their end of the bargain. And so Kenny painted. But I have to tell you, that was the beginning of a beautiful relationship that changed the way that Kenny engaged with life and with the world. Kenny was such a good teacher for me with engagement, and as were the thousands of others that I've had experience with. So now let's talk about building relationships. I am consistent with my behavior because pretty soon I have a relationship with them. I'm having eye contact and I'm engaging with a smile or a wave with every person I see. And that happens consistently and routinely every time I'm there. But I have some sort of interaction with them depending on how many times I've seen them, because that's part of building a relationship. I invite them to spend more time with me, and they want to. So again, what this is doing is building a new community through building relationships and getting these individuals to participate with each other in ways they never imagined. They have a purpose. It's about having people in a room that feel part of a collective whole, but yet also know that they are valued individually by the facilitator. There wasn't anyone in that room that I did not acknowledge. When we're working with individuals who are not feeling well, there's going to be a myriad of emotions. Some are going to be receptive, some will be depressed, some will be withdrawn, but there are going to be those that are embarrassed because they're not the way they used to be and they don't feel whole. You've got to be as consistent with these individuals, maybe even more so, than some of the others that are receptive to you. Be respectful of their environment and of their personal space. Kenny was someone I couldn't get that close to. And little by little, I was able to get closer to him. It was a consistent behavior on my part that allowed Kenny to feel like he could trust me. This becomes part of the relationship building. Find out about the individual. very important to find out what the ability and disability is and to be creative in how to make them successful in participating, because it is not impossible for anyone to create art. Art is a way for individuals to find a new way of communicating. As the facilitator or someone that is working with these individuals, it is our duty to learn to listen. It is extremely important to find out how to communicate with the residents and the individuals that you are interacting with. Find out what they need and how they need to speak to you, and let them know that it's okay to do it their new way. And you have opened a door or a window that's going to allow them to engage in an activity one day. There cannot be a timetable put on someone else's well-being. They will tell you. And when they tell you that they're ready for the next level, be ready to give that to them. It's important that everyone be given choices. We're working with individuals who've lost seemingly all control in their life. It's really important and it's very empowering for them to be able to make a choice and say yes or no. For instance, when I invite someone to come to my painting class, I pose it in a non-threatening way. I always invite them to come observe and not insist that they do what we want them to do. After you have built relationships with people and there's a certain level of trust, that relationship goes to a whole new level when it comes to engaging in activities. What is the environment where that activity is going to be held? It is critical that you create a space that they feel good in. What is the lighting in that room? Is the room dark? Is there a TV blaring? Is it a room where you're going to have a lot of busy staff members running back and forth? What does it smell like? What's the temperature like? It doesn't matter what the design is, what the age of the furniture is. Everyone should be there. There isn't anyone that can't benefit from being in a room that's filled with music and laughter and happiness. The emotions that we have as the facilitator are going to be felt by the people we're working with. Believe me, they feel us. They see your body language. You are the environment. Art is an amazing way to engage an individual or a group of individuals. Anyone that's ill gets completely absorbed worrying about how we feel. When do we take our medication? When is the next meal? How is it that you get out of bed in the morning? And when all we do is focus on those activities, we become unbalanced. An activity like art is a very simple way to regain balance in one's brain. It engages an individual in the right side of their brain and promotes well-being. 100% of the time, a person will feel better having been in that art class. They're happier, they're more content, they're more relaxed. So be brave. Build a relationship with these individuals. Create an environment that is one step beyond what you thought was possible. And dare to invite them to participate in art. Is it ever too late to improve the quality of your life? Is it ever too late to be happy?